All three trucks on this list are still cheap. That is a temporary condition. Every one of them got written off for the wrong reason. Too small, too plain, wrong badge, wrong shape. Meanwhile, the same buyers who skipped them were financing $50,000 full-size trucks that needed $6,000 engine work at 90,000 miles. I've been turning wrenches for over 20 years, and there's a pattern I can't unsee. The trucks that come back to my shop over and over are big, new, and complicated. The trucks I almost never see are small, boring, and were bought by somebody who genuinely did not care what the neighbors thought. 3 of them today. And number 1 is the important one, because there is exactly one configuration of that truck that sidesteps the failure that destroyed thousands of them. And it happens to be the cheapest version on the lot. Get that one detail right, and you own a truck for the rest of your life. Get it wrong, and you're buying somebody else's $5,000 problem. Stay with me for that one. Number 3 first. Number 3 is the Ford Ranger, anything up to 2011 with the 4-cylinder. And I want to be specific because the engine choice is the whole story here. A woman named Carol brought me a 2004 Ranger she'd bought from her father-in-law for $2,200. She uses it to haul feed. It had 160,000 miles when she got it. It's at 240,000 miles now. I have never opened the engine. Here's the thing most Ranger shoppers get wrong. They see the 4.0-liter V6 and assume more engine equals more truck. But the SOHC version of that V6 runs its timing chains at the back of the engine, behind the flywheel. When the guides and tensioners wear, and they do, you get a rattle on cold start. And the repair means pulling the engine or the transmission to reach it. That's a 4-figure job on a truck worth 4 figures. The 4-cylinder doesn't have that architecture. It's a small, simple, low-stress engine in a truck that weighs almost nothing. It won't win anything at a stoplight. It will start every morning for 20 years, return real fuel economy, and cost you almost nothing in parts because Ford built these by the million and every parts counter in the country still stocks them. What to check? Frame rust first, especially around the rear spring hangers. That's the thing that actually ends these trucks. Then check for a manual transmission if you can find one, because it removes an entire failure point. And look at the clutch slave cylinder. It's internal on some of these and annoying to reach. $3,000 to $6,000, and you'll spend more on tires than repairs. Now, number 2 is the truck that got laughed at harder than anything else on this list. And the people laughing were wrong in a very specific way. Number 2 is the first-generation Honda Ridgeline, and specifically 2009 to 2014, not the earlier ones. I'll explain why the year matters in a second. When this truck launched, the entire truck world made fun of it. Unibody. No separate frame. A V6 out of a minivan. Every guy at every job site had an opinion, and the opinion was that it wasn't a real truck. Here's what actually happened over the next 15 years. That minivan engine is the 3.5-liter J-Series V6, one of the most produced and most proven engines Honda has ever built, running in Odysseys, Pilots, and Accords all over the world. 250,000 miles on one of these is unremarkable. And because the Ridgeline was never bought by people who beat trucks to death, the used ones are usually in far better condition than a comparable half-ton at the same price. Now, the year. The 2006 launch model had genuine problems, broken valve springs and cylinder issues that Honda worked through in the first few years. From the 2009 refresh onward, most of that is behind it. So when you're shopping, 2009 or newer is the line. 2 honest limitations, because I'd rather you hear them from me. It has a 5,000-pound tow rating, and that's a real ceiling, not a suggestion. And the bed is short. If you tow heavy for a living, this isn't your truck. The check. This is a frame rust truck in the Salt Belt. Honda ran a recall on the fuel tank mounting area for exactly that reason, so get underneath it. Then, confirm the rear differential fluid has actually been serviced on schedule because the VTM4 system is unforgiving about it. $8,000 to $14,000, and it will outlive the truck that was parked next to it. But number one is the one with the detail I promised you. And it's the one that will actually save you money at the moment you buy. Number one is the Nissan Frontier, 2005 to 2010, the base model with the 2.5-liter four-cylinder. I had a client named Ruben who ran a courier route in one of these. Base trim, vinyl floor, crank windows, manual transmission. He bought it at 70,000 miles for $6,500. He put 300,000 miles on it doing stop-and-go delivery work, which is about the hardest life you can give a vehicle, and the truck outlasted the business. Now here's the thing you need to know, and it's the reason most people won't touch this generation. These trucks have a famous failure. Owners call it the strawberry milkshake of death. The radiator has a transmission cooler built into it, and when the internal wall between the two fails, engine coolant mixes into the automatic transmission fluid. The fluid turns pink and foamy, and the transmission destroys itself, usually before the owner notices anything is wrong. It's a $4,000 to $6,000 event, and Nissan never recalled it. That failure is tied to the automatic transmission models. The manual has no transmission cooler in the radiator, so there's nothing to fail. The exact truck that nobody wants, base trim, four-cylinder, 3 pedals, is the one that is structurally immune to the thing that kills the rest of them. And if you do find an automatic you love, pull the dipstick and look at the color. Pink or milky, walk away. Clean and red, then have a shop replace the radiator and bypass the internal cooler with an external one. Roughly $600, and the problem is gone permanently. The rest of the truck is straightforward. Check the frame and the rear spring hangers for rust and listen for the exhaust manifold ticking on cold start. That's it. $6,000 to $10,000 for a good one. Every truck on this list is cheap for a reason that has nothing to do with how long it lasts. One was too small. One was the wrong shape. One had a reputation earned by a version you don't have to buy. That gap between what a truck is worth and what people think it's worth is the only place left where you can still buy a vehicle for life without a loan.